And welcome to Benchmonster TV.
I'm Ashley Lynn Condre.
I am this
Benchmonster.
Benchmonster. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us this evening, for those of you that are here.
A nickname that I hated for 2 years, and then I loved it. Yeah. Somebody yelled it at a meet one time in, what was that, 2004, 5, 4? And I heard it, and I was like, I like it now. Weird.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Grew on you. Okay.
Where are we at as far as your training?
Just trying to stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
Backs hurt, so
Okay.
just kind of doing.
Better get that disc looked at and see what's going on. I don't think it's muscle. We got a lot of videos to showcase tonight. I got a hurt shoulder a little bit. It's popping and cracking from last Tuesday's max effort workout. I was wearing the Dark Side Atlas 605 or whatever it is. I did 3 reps. On the second rep, heard a pop. Didn't think nothing of it. Long story short, went up to 1,000. Next day I woke up and I was like, oh, wow. But it's popping and cracking. Hopefully it's not bad. Rolled on a softball. Probably need to ice it a little bit, and I'll be back to normal. Got a ton of videos, like a lot. So you want to see some videos? I do. And we're going to start those out now.
Let's do it.
Let's see if you have something to say.
I want to see the videos. I wanna see
Okay.
what people doing.
Some of these were sent to me. Some I found.
Okay.
So first up, saw this young lady here. Her name's Daisy. I went to her Instagram page. I couldn't find her last name. She's a USAPL Oregon State record holder, 63 kilo or 138 body weight, teen and junior record holder. I have her squat, bench, and deadlift from a meet, and we will watch those. They require backing, so I have to put this up. Let's check out Daisy's squat. 391. Effortless. Good depth. Let's check out her bench press. 209. Oh,
Nice.
wide grip, lockout, good.
Okay.
White lights, 1, 2, 3. Let's check out Daisy's deadlift of 419. Pretty easy.
What was the body weight?
Body weight is, could be at 138. I have her picture here of holding some trophies. Very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's about at the end of the day, is having a few trophies to take home too. Very impressive lifts.
Solid.
Thought she
So
was
a teen?
she has she's a junior, teen and junior record holder. So she's been competing a while. She ain't messing around.
So was she a teen there? Or
No,
you're
I'm
saying
assuming junior there. That was like over the weekend, I think. But a lot of the stuff I get on the internet, questions me when like they were done. So I might post some things and it was done 2 years ago, but it was posted like last week, so I don't know. Benchmonster teammate Pete Santee is back in action. We haven't seen him for a while. Lives up in the Seattle area. Trains with Todd Christensen, I think, up there at a gym. He's getting ready for a raw meet. I looked at his programming. He's on point to do something huge. If you remember correctly, what did he do at the meet here? 617 or
6 something raw.
25? Yeah, raw at 275. Yeah, he's strong fucking kid. This impressed me. 495 for 10 reps. Raw. So let's check out Pete. I got to put up a backing because the videos just don't fit into the camera lens here. This guy is just like a bench pressing machine. He's young, he's healthy, no injuries, and he's just like a piston here. That's 495, people. I might be able to do that once because I'm so old and falling apart. But he's a young man, and he's strong. Pushing a straight line. Very impressive. I think this was a drop set from what he originally did. Good job, Pete. Kicking ass and taking names. I don't know when his content, well, 3 weeks out. So probably 2 weeks out now. I pulled this off Instagram because one of our gym owners tried to get some programming from this guy about deadlifting. Shane Hunt. Ever since I heard the name, I've been kind of watching him on Instagram. So what I found here was, looks like he's training. He's doing 926, which is a lot of weight, times 3 reps. It's a PR deadlift. And of course, I got to put this up so you can't see us. Let's check out Shane Hunt. Strong man. 926. That's what it said in the bio. Oh, you could have done like 10, dude. He's laughing about it because it's so easy.
Must be nice.
Must be nice. If I picked that up, I would be in a wheelchair the rest of my life. Next up, this kind of impressed me too. Jessica Butner. We had a lot of her videos on the show.
Oh my God, she's so strong.
76 kilogram IPF world champion doing a 576.5 deadlift. She picked up the first gold medal from Canada with the heaviest deadlift ever pulled by a woman in classic IPF competition. That's what it said, and that's what I wrote down. Let's check out that big deadlift here. Where's she at? Right here. 576.5.
She's such a badass.
76 kilo body weight. Like that, 150? That's a strong woman.
She's 165.
I can't do that. Well,
Strong.
I did 660 one time, back in the day. Way to go, Jessica. How, young lady?
No, I don't know how old she is.
Me either. Next up, I found this on Instagram. Joseph Tumbarello. Thought this was pretty cool. Does a lot of 585 stuff, but 640 for 2, which is a PR, and a back down set of 585 for 4. And I believe Tumbarello is about 250, 260. So that's kicking ass and taking names. That's a strong person. Let's go get Tumbarello here. 640 for 2. Fuck. He's on point. God, I wish I was strong. Love to have him on the show. I think he said he would do it. Just haven't reached out to him. 585 for 4. Huh. Reminds me of my old days when I was a younger person. And I could do that. Like 135. This kind of impressed me. I question the weights. We've seen this kid do a lot of kooky things with the bar. But his name's Igor Klimonov. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Doing 666.6 if my kilograms conversion is correct. It's a raw squat. I watched the weights on this a little bit, and I'm not taking nothing away from the guy. I don't know if those are bumpers, but that looks like an awfully easy squat without a belt and just sleeves, and then throw it over your head. I don't know. No.
The throw over the head.
The throw over the head?
Fucking way.
Okay.
You're throwing 600 pounds over your head
I can't do that.
from behind?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
We're just gonna leave it.
I don't want to be a hater.
I don't want to be a hater. Yeah.
I was gonna give him the credit till I saw the over the head.
The weights though looked.
I was gonna give the benefit of the doubt till I saw him throw it over his head. You don't throw 600 pounds over your head.
I don't think so. Like, and it looked very easy.
I'm not sure if Eddie Hall could do that.
I don't know.
Or any of those
Let's-
strongmen that have.
Let's keep it positive.
Yeah.
All right.
I was gonna give it to him.
Next up,
Pretty crazy.
I have a IFBB Pro. His name is Joel Thomas. He's a men's open bodybuilder doing 14 reps with 200-pound dumbbells. I thought this was impressive here. Let me find Mr. Thomas here. We had those at another gym, and I did a set of 8 and a set of 6. And that's all I could do that day. This guy here is strong as shit. Probably young. 14 reps with 200-pound dumbbells. And those are locked out nicely. Way to go, sir. I just thought that was cool. Because I used 200-pound dumbbells. It was on the show like 25 years ago. Next up is the Jimmy Kolb Hour. Lots of lifts from Jimmy Kolb.
Yeah,
Wow.
impressive stuff as usual.
No, very impressive.
Very,
Yes,
very
very impressive. First Jimmy Kolb video is 1,200 times 10. Wow. Okay, I think I can put up an image here. Let's check out Jimmy Kolb. 1,200 times 10 on a little 2-board maybe, but times 10.
It's crazy.
I'm out of breath
Just
on
to hold that weight for that long.
my arms fall asleep on the first rep. I got to rack it.
Moving it even.
There is only one Jimmy Kolb on this planet and universe. And he is doing things that are just awesome. Just makes it look easy, man. Great tricep lockout strength. Ambassador of the sport. Humble. Just an awesome dude. That is impressive, Jimmy. Shit. Oh, I wish I was strong.
You are strong.
Well, I went to 1,000 on max effort. It was too
But
bored.
nobody's Jimmy Cope strong.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry, pal.
Next up, Jimmy Kolb is doing 1320 for 5. 1320.
That I saw. That's insane.
5. Okay, let's check it out.
Insane.
It's unreal.
For one, it's insane.
I just can't say enough about, wow. And it's a one board. 13 freaking 20. Just easy. Jimmy, you are just awesome. Perfect lockout, straight as an arrow. Just comfortable under that weight like it's an everyday thing, like he does it all the time. Damn, Jimmy. Jimmy is the man, dude. Insane. Got one on video sent to me. It is from Eric, Balogh. Bala? Balogh. Okay. He drove 2 hours to go train at the Gorilla Pack gym on Mother's Day. His wife allowed him in Fonda, New York, to get some equipped training in. Eric is 51 years young, 260 body weight. He's doing 655 and a 2-ply Widowmaker. Made the 2-hour drive out, and dude, he put it up so easy though. Like, we know the handoff guy, and we know Rich Putnam. In a 2-ply Widowmaker. This is just like easy lift. He was very excited about equipped lifting. He's been lifting raw for a while. Good straight line, building that thing. Boing. Oh, man. Eric, you got a lot more in the tank, man. You're with the right crew. That 2-hour drive is worth it. Way to go, sir.
Very impressive. Hardcore drive too. Driving 2 hours to go train.
2.5, I think, or 2. Yeah. That's dedication. Yeah. You want to be fucking big and bad, you got to go train with the big and bad people.
That works.
You can't train with candy ass bitches and mere queers.
Nope.
Okay.
Job done.
Next up, Peter Vario. He sent me 3 videos, a squat, bench, and a deadlift, and I'm going to showcase them all. I'm going to leave the backing up, and we're just going to go squat, bench, deadlift. So he sent me these videos from last week. He wanted to know how to send videos. I posted it. He sent it to me, and it worked. So let me put up the backing, and we'll watch his squat first, which is 535 in sleeves. Is what I have written down. That's what he told me. It's like a young man.
Wow. Easy.
Oh, if I did that, my back would break. I used to squat 500 for 3 sets of 10. Not anymore. All right, bench press. He's doing 405. Yeah. Look to see big things from Pete here in the future. Strong kid. Pretty cool gym there, too. Spread that bar. There you go. Good job, Pete. Let's check out your deadlift. This is 585 with straps. Tiny hitching, but that's all right. It's training. And that's a lot of weight. You really got to push those feet through the floor. Boom. Badass, Pete.
That was really good, yeah. Okay. Solid.
When's the last time I
Solid.
deadlifted?
Years.
With you? No, I did lift with you, 315 something.
That was probably a year ago.
This was pretty cool. I saw this. I don't know where I saw this. I don't think I posted it, but this is a 16-year-old, and he's geared up. He's got the, I think, Inzer squat suit, knee wraps, but 16, and he's squatting 700.
Damn.
You know how big I was when I was 16? 5'4", 135. Let's check out this young individual here doing 700 at 16. 181 body weight, way bigger than I was. Some type of squat suit, I don't know. Looks like probably in Texas where powerlifting's popular. Set up right. Kind of looks down. Is that good head placement, Ashley? Jesus,
Everybody-
man.
Obviously, it's working.
Dude,
Obviously
he had
it's
50
working.
he had 50 more pounds in that thing.
That's pretty insane.
That's a record some high school somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Dude. Why are human beings so
They're
strong?
getting so strong.
Next up, what do I got next? AJ Roberts and One Rep Max. Got the videos earlier today that I was able to get them on. One Rep Max squatting. Why didn't I write the weight down? I'm embarrassed. Do I need a backing? Yeah, I need a backing. One Rep Max squatting. Oh, he's got, because I got all the numbers right there. 415, 230 band, 645 total weight. Coming down to a box and coming up. Love it. One rep just doesn't bench, he squats. Let's check him out on the floor press here. He's got 105 plus 350 in chain. That's 455 at the top. That's a lot of chain, people. I love the floor press padding thing there where you don't have to get on the ground. Where do you get that stuff at? So a lot of chain here. And being that he's that high off the ground, a lot of that chain isn't going to hit the floor. That's a lot of weight at the, yeah. Way to go, dude. One rep, you're killing it.
He is. Nice job, man. Looking strong.
AJ Roberts lifted also. He did 703 for a few reps with just an insert. And I don't have to put up a backing. Doing it to the one board. Hope to see AJ Roberts here in October at our gym. Me and AJ had some really cool conversations. A real intelligent person.
Oh, yeah. He's so cool. I love him.
I love him.
So cool meeting him.
We talked about,
Just a great guy.
I can't tell you everything we talked about, but we talked. Oh, was that my videos? Did I go that fast?
Oh, wow.
Holy crap. And that means I got to go to my stupid cosmetic day speed bench. It's not even speed bench anymore. But we do have a new addition to our team. Guy reached out to me. His name's Starrett. You'll see him on Max Effort. He came in the gym, and he was a friend of your brother's friend. So I figured him to be green. So I told him, hey, show up. You lift on the bench with Mike Lupacek, not with us. And he came in and says, I can bench 420 raw. And the guy's thick, so he's impressive.
He
But
really did?
well, I took him up to 415 to make sure.
Jesus.
This guy's going to have potential. He signed
How
up.
old is he?
Old as your brother.
Yeah, I guess he's good.
Yeah.
But still.
Let's check out Cosmetic Day. This isn't speed bench. It's going to be speed bench for the new guy because he needs to work on speed and explosive power. He'll benefit from that. We do reps. We don't do much, but maybe you want to go cook some food for 4 minutes while this plays. Not much going on there. That's stupid. Who wants to see this shit? 275? It's just a number we picked. We wanted to go 315, but we are having issues with doing too much on Friday, and it's affecting our Tuesday, our max effort. So we have specific workouts that we do that don't affect us on Tuesday. I wonder if we should move this bench back another day. Like, they'll give us more rest. I don't know. But we show up, we do it. Why is Jose standing in the front of the camera? I don't like that shit. 315. Weights measured in time, not weight. And I just want to make sure I can do it fast. So whoever does it the fastest is the strongest. And I just wanted to make sure that I was for this day. Hines is going to put it up too, but the velocity meter. Whoa! That's pretty close. Why is he so strong? We're all on diets. Okay, we got the football bar out. We're doing some kickbacks here. Middle grip. High volume here, 10 reps, multiple sets. Really try to burn them out. You don't have to watch it all. I just put the big weight on here. We start with a quarter, warm everything up, and then just move on. Really like this football bar. Had it for many years. Left elbow was feeling a little weird on my arm, but you work through the pain. The curvature of that bar in the middle fits right between your eyes very nicely. We really focus on the triceps here. Should be focusing on pecs too, but got this easy curl bar out. This is where I kind of tweaked my neck because Heinz said pull your head back, and next day on Saturday I was on the couch all day with muscle relaxers because my neck hurt really bad. Multiple sets here. Short rest periods as always. This workout's an hour and 10 minutes. Just back to back. Sometimes we use the axle bar. Sometimes we use the spider bar. Sometimes we use the bamboo bar. Always doing extensions of some sort. Palms facing the ceiling or palms facing each other. Usually both. The football bar was palms facing each other. This one's palms facing away. Push downs. I grabbed this handle here because I thought it would be different. Just finishing them off. Hoping for a great Tuesday with a limited workout that we did. Nothing too exciting. Just getting blood in there. See, that was boring, wasn't it? I thought it was.
The next one's fixed.
No shoulders, no nothing. Just kind of... But we're going to, with the new guys coming tomorrow, we're going to have to not show that we're slackers. So, and he's got a lot of heart too. Let's check out max effort. I want to make a note here. Ryan Hines has not took 1,000 pounds out on the bench. He claims for a year. And I can't, because he was always scared after the Cody breaking his arm at 900. So it's kind of haunted him, but he was the first one to call 1,000. I was slacking because I did bloodletting right there. On Saturday, took about 790 mLs out. So I didn't feel like I was going to have anything. But if Hines is going to put 1,000 pounds in the bar,
You can't let him be the only one.
Can't be the only one.
You
I had
can't
to
not go, yeah.
Yeah, and I actually missed it in my Colossus Dark Side shirt. And I'll tell you why. Because when I show up on max effort, it's pure laziness. I usually roll out on the foam roller, get my lower back loosened up. I don't do that anymore. I go over to the dumbbells. I grab 15-pound dumbbells. I do 10 raises, 10 sides, 10 hammers. I go lay on the bench. I got to fucking get there earlier and get warmed up, stretched out, because what happened was, I didn't include that video on here, but I set up and my lower back was tight, so I was, I didn't have a great arch. So the bar's coming down, and I'm trying to belly up and meet it, and I end up pushing it back like this and almost breaking my arm and my whole body. But I went out and I got a F8 shirt, 3-ply. I had a smaller chest panel because I'm only like 299 or 301 body weight right now. Skinny mini. She picks on me now because I'm so skinny. So I was trying to find a shirt. A lot of those shirts were made for like 320 and up. So at 300, I got to find a chest panel that's smaller. So I found one. Let's check out max effort. We'll talk it through. Uh, 385 tester there. Here's Starrett, 405. We got him up there. Like, hey, you said you can do it. You better show us. He pushes in a straight line, no suicide grip, no wrist bending backward. I love it. Good attitude. Loads weights. Love him. Here's 600 for reps. My shoulder popped right there. That's why it hurts today. But I want to do 3 reps. Here I am in the shirt that I missed 1,000 in accidentally. This is 805. And I was like, oh, that felt good. Jose here is going to touch 805. He's never touched. That's a shirt I gave him. He's only 250. He's coming down, touch, 135. He's an 805 bencher now. That's good. Impressed. I was impressed. Here I am at 9, and that's why I kept it on, because this went pretty well too. I mean, not fast, but I'm laying flat as a pancake and butt kind of coming up, but I didn't roll out on the roller. Fuck it. Hines, gonna try it too. He's following me. He's calling the numbers here. I'm like, what the fuck? He goes 3 board though. 905 or whatever. Oh, nice. He was feeling it. Looks like Jose went 850 here, 855 or whatever. I told him to go there. He wanted to go 825. I said, dude, no, you just did 805. Go here. 850 bench or 250 in a shirt that fits me. Told him to order his own. 1003 in the 3-ply F8 for Heinz. Like the fucker hasn't had it in his hands ever in a year. And here he is moving it. And he's on a diet too, like me. I was like, oh man, I got to do it. I ain't going to be the only one. And so I take it out and put it up. Not fast, not exciting, but I didn't know where to put the sleeve on that shirt because it had such a small chest panel. Saw this on YouTube, thought I'd try it. Reverse grip floor press. Never done it in my life. First day. Jose here, cracking out 315. Real awkward movement for me because I have no mobility in my wrists. The new guy never did a reverse grip anything, and he's doing 315 here, like 135. We were like, what the shit? Cracking him out. Can't wait to keep working with this guy. 315. My wrists really don't turn over well, and I didn't want to do the Talon grip. I just want to play here. Put on wrist wraps. Rolling dumbbells on the floor. Haven't done these in a while. 8 to 10 reps. Let the bounce kind of come out in the back and roll them up. That's what we do. We had a lot of people on max effort, like 6, so 3 would go at a time. I can't get everybody in the whole shot sometimes, but I want to make sure I'm in there. Starrett here has never done these before. His triceps were sore the next day and said he loved it. That's what we like to hear. I always say it's very rare that people show up and want to do this shit. This guy shows up and wants to do it. And we're going to take him. He's a thick kid, too. He ain't no slouch. Looks like I got 85s over there. I'm just playing with those. I've done 135 before. But that elbow was a little tender. Then we got the Emax bar out. We did some extensions with it and some pressing. Try to bring that down between the eyes there with the wiggle going on. That's 45, 45, 25, 25, and they're swinging. I've done this quite a bit, so I can kind of control that pendulum oscillating chaotic movement. Well, let me tell you something. Dan Logman was there, and he benched with that bar, and he's 7 weeks post-surgery. Doctor said he can handle light weights, so we put 15-pound, maybe 10-pound kettlebells on there, and he benched that for like 4 sets.
Did it feel good?
No, he said at the very bottom there was a little bit of down the pec type of pain. So, but we
yeah, the first time I tried to bench with
your shoulder surgery.
Worst feel I couldn't even do the bar.
What day was that?
That was like years ago.
I mean, when did you bench? Like how many days after surgery?
I don't remember how long it was. It was the first day that I was given permission to like use my upper body.
Light weights, right?
And I was like, oh, I'll just do like 3 sets of the bar, like 20, just get some blood in there. I took it down once, felt like it felt horrible, and I flipped it off, man.
No.
I felt like a failure.
Yeah. Dan's doing the right things. We just have to watch him because he was trying to load weights and shit. And I was like, dude, don't pick up weights and try to, do shit. We don't want anything setbacks. We need every man on deck in this war. Well, we're over to the chat box awfully early, 7:30.
I can't see very well. You might have to read it.
Okay, I'll read it.
I'm missing a contact. I can't see very well.
Brennan Eason. Hi, Ryan. Brennan from Georgia. How you doing, sir? Next question is Brennan Eason asking again here. How often should you train with 90% or better of your 1 rep max? Well, Louis Simmons always told me if you train at 90% or above in the same exercise for 3 weeks in a row, you'll go backwards. And he's absolutely right. Because I tried to board press and I was jacked up and strong. I tried to board press 1,000, 1,100. First week was great. Second week was great. 2 board, 1 board. Third week I came in and 800 came down to 2 board and it barely went. It felt like 1,000. And I was like, okay, the third week I'm out. That's the same exercise. But if you rotate exercises, you may not have that problem. like a floor press, a board press, something like that, depending on how you train. 1 rep max. Sup, y'all? Running errands in Tijuana, and my interwebs is slow as F, so I don't know how active I'm going to be. Hey, y'all.
Glad you're here.
Tijuana. Yeah, my favorite place. Getting the mischief down there. Because they come running at me out of stores because they know what I want. Because I'm a big guy. Okay. It's true.
It wasn't.
I told the story. I went through those rotating doors after we parked in the American side, and I walked, got past the one cook place where they cut the meat there, and the next store was a pharmacy. And the guy came running out, told me what he had, and what he wanted to sell me. Wow. Yeah. I don't know why. I thought I was overdressed with a 4X shirt, looking like a normal person. CJ Morgani. Hey, hope everyone's having a nice weekend so far. So far, yeah. It's really hot out here. It's like 96 degrees, and at least I'm skinny a little bit, so I don't have all that insulation. Being 340 during the summer is not good. When it's 100 and whatever, you get the boob sweat, and you got a boiler, and you got all this insulation, and you're hot all the time. It's miserable. It was not weekend, it was week. Yeah, a pretty good week. How's your week going?
It's all right. It's been a little tough at work, but
Those kids.
you don't even know. Can't even tell you what I've been through this week.
Yeah. I heard it was hell on Wednesday when you took them on a field trip.
Well, and I mean, we kept everybody safe and everything was fine until we got back. And as we were coming into the building, one kid smashed a door into another kid's face and knocked his tooth right out. It wasn't even loose before.
They're warriors. They're tough kids.
And then I had to full sprint down the hallway from a kid that was trying to escape the building. And I wasn't expecting him to stop. I was going to turn at full speed, so I wasn't slowing down.
Right.
He never stops. He's trying to run home. And so I was not anticipating him to stop. He stopped. And so instead of taking him out, I just plowed right into that wall. My beard and
well, that's you were.
cut my arm open.
I saw that you had a Band-Aid yesterday. Yeah. Well, that's a brutal job you have. Yeah.
Oh, you have
but
no idea.
some days are better than others.
Yeah, they're all pretty rough.
Mary,
Some are rougher than others.
ask you.
Mary,
Hey guys, I missed you
Miss
both
you.
bunches.
we miss you too.
Miss you too.
Yeah. We gotta talk, man.
Yeah, we're still here.
No, I miss you. I've been thinking about you lately.
Ashley's like
Meaning to text
Ashley's
you.
like 1% body fat, and I'm like maybe 8. I hope not around the stomach though.
You think you're 8%?
No.
Okay.
No, but
I hate to break this to you.
I dieted down. I lost 46 pounds, but
I mean,
I didn't really do any cardio except for mow the lawn one week. I just been lazy. Just don't want to go out.
eat.
Yeah, at 9 o'clock this morning, it was like 90. I was asphyxiating out there mowing the lawn.
Yes,
Like
yesterday, I was out there. We had our field day at Richland High, and we were outside from 9 to 1:45
yeah, that sun's brutal.
in the heat. It was terrible.
Okay.
Running around chasing kids. It's great.
Jimmy Kolb. You both looking good. Happy to see you both.
Jimmy's here. Nice. Hi,
Thank you,
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Glad to have you here, buddy. Nice lifts, man. We played your videos earlier. That was some crazy shit.
Oh,
Crazy.
awesome stuff, man.
Very impressive.
Jimmy Kolb. That name is going to be in the history books for a long time. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody will. I can't
No.
see anybody surpassing
No.
those things. I just can't.
He's doing things like just so far above everybody. It's awesome. I wish I was there.
Super shocked if anybody was able to ever touch that stuff. Touch his numbers. There's only one. Only one Jimmy Coe.
Only one. Pete G. I'm not going to try to pronounce big names on the chat. And he says again, Centurion. Is that the suit? Is that a squat suit? Or a Centurion?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know much about squat suits.
Or is that
I don't know much
wraps?
about gear.
I don't-
I haven't heard that.
The squat suits I know are the Inzer canvas, and I got a few of those at my other house.
Leviathan.
Leviathan, yeah. The canvas one. Yeah. I should break that out and squat with Nate Brandenhorst. But
I'm sure he would love that.
because it'll keep me upright, but L5 won't like that in my lower back.
Yeah, but the suit should take some of the pressure
I
off.
was thinking that. It would keep me more erect than leaning forward.
I mean, I haven't used one, but I would think that it would kind of support more at the bottom.
True.
Be a little better.
Davenport Barbell, did you text Pete Rubish yet? No, I did not. I was going to do it today.
His number?
Yeah, I got his number. I was going to reach out to him today. I I was about to text him, hey, this is Ryan Kennelly, not sure if you know me, and blah, 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 blah. But I'm going to do it. I want to be on his podcast. I have questions, and I have answers. Pete says here, can you even find a football bar like that anymore? Yes. I looked it up, and I found it on a website. People were asking about it a long time ago, and I went and Googled and searched. And
didn't somebody just send it to you?
From Vegas in 2004.
Nice. And didn't somebody just send you a freak bar too?
Louis sent me the freak bar. Yeah.
Nice.
Louis Simmons sent me the freak bar. And I will not leave that at the gym because people fuck that up in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
That football bar exists. I found the site and maybe I should post it. I'll look again. It took me like 3 minutes to find it. That specific kind of football bar. So let me get back to you on that. John Smith, I'm sure you've said it before, but is there a way to order a Benchmonster shirt, sir? I only have 2 X's right now on hand. It's a matter of me going over and then putting in an order and forking out the coin for it and figuring out what sizes I need. Because last time I went there, I got smalls, medium, large, extra large, 2X, and then I got like 5 3X's. And everybody wants like 3X and above. So what size shirt does John Smith wear? Because all I have to do is go over. They have this pattern there. The tri-blend. They didn't have the tri-blend at the time because of COVID and shit, but I'm sure they can get it now. That stuff that breathes and it's like thin. Like, yeah you don't sweat in it. Yeah, because then they switched it to like the heavy cotton, and I was like pissed. And they spelled the fucking words wrong on the back. Pissed.
That's ridiculous,
dude.
Like that is ridiculous.
And I went over there hot as a firecracker. And he told me, he's like, oh, the person that does it, you know, he smokes weed, and but you can't spell weir. Ready for war.
That's pretty stupid. It was W-E-R.
Is my word spelled right?
W-E-R. Some of them I think were. I can't. Here, you gotta turn around more.
More.
Yours is.
Okay,
yeah. We apostrophe R-E.
Yeah. It was W-E-R.
Heinz's says W-E-R-E. Some of them say
that. Yeah. And he was wearing that at a meet, and I told him, take that off and buy you a shirt. 3X. Okay. I need to go over and just make big shirts. Like 2X.
You need some smaller ones too, though.
XL. I'm not going below XL. I don't know. There was not a lot of call for smalls and shit.
I would do like 1 or 2 small.
Okay.
Larges. Just.
Okay.
I don't want to.
Was going to do hats too.
What about me?
Yeah, I was going to make some hats up too, but we'll see. A lot of people have been asking for those shirts, and they ask them when I wear them on the show. They were hot and heavy when I had them, and I sent a bunch out, but...
I think every couple of months you should come out with a different one, like a different design, different color.
Different design?
Different, like, quote on the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta change it a little.
I do. Howard Weingarten, happy bench day, Benchmonster family. Wish I had a crew like that. It sounds awesome. Yeah, our crew varies from people. They come and they go. I was watching Benchmonster episode 60, and I saw 2 people on there that were there for a while and gone the next. It takes a serious person who wants to do this stuff, and I don't know what makes them want to come in and constantly take the abuse that I give them, and
you didn't think I was gonna make it?
No, because I've been in the game. I've trained with 14 people, and the next week we have 3, and it just works like that. They come and they're like, oh,
every week for the last.
Leaving. So yeah, it's hard to get a crew. But sometimes people text me and they live here and they're like, hey, you lifting here, and we bring them in. But I told that kid that stared, I said, I'm not even gonna give you a nickname. Or you're gonna be new guy for about 5 months until you've been here a while. And he just smiled, so he seems to want to show up. Dan Logman, shoulder is feeling and looking great, gaining more range of motion every day. Good.
That's good to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah, up and out and back and all that good stuff. Day by day, it'll get better.
Yep. It will.
Oh, Pete says the girl was squatting in a Centurion, I think. Titan single ply. Okay.
Okay, it's a Titan.
Sent you vids. Maybe I messed up the Gmail.
Uh-oh.
Pete, where were you? I thought I had your vids.
There what you did.
Yeah.
Mario. They were on there, buddy.
No.
I think.
Where am I getting?
I swear there was.
I want to go look now. Pete.
Oh, well, there was Pete Santi, but I also thought
there was
Oh, I don't know if.
Pete Vario.
Do you have it on your paper?
I don't. That's not his last name.
Okay.
Fuck. Dude, I'm sorry. I don't know.
Recheck your
I have to recheck my email.
and maybe resend them.
Maybe resend them if you can.
Sorry about that.
John Smith 3X. Okay, we can do that. 3X is easy. That's a popular size.
Yeah.
Brad K. The Freak Bar is pretty cool. I have one at my gym that a guy is letting me borrow to mess with. It's pretty fun bar to use.
Cool.
Yeah, you must have the newer version, but I have the old one, and it has about 4 inches of swing this way and then total hand to hand this way. So we use it once in a while. It's just an item I have to bring to the gym and bring home. So I don't want to leave it there because somebody's going to
They destroy those springs.
destroy the springs.
There's just too much to ruin on that bar.
Yeah. And Louis gave that to me, and I'm not letting that out of my sight. So
No, because it's kind of sentimental. Huh?
it is now.
Very
Yeah. Yeah. John Smith, do I Venmo you? I got to get the shirts first. And when I do, I ship them priority mail, which is now $16. So you get them in 3 days. Or if you want snail mail, I can put it in the box. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let me get the shirts first. I have to go over and talk to the company. They're called Tri-City Tees, and talk to the owner again and go through the rigmarole of what I want and don't screw it up. Because I got those shirts and I didn't even look on the back. I was just folding them, and I probably sent out some of them that were misspelled on the back, and that just fucking chapped my ass. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Bad.
That's pretty bad. Somebody should be checking everyone to make sure that
I
they're
don't want my blood pressure getting high, so I got to
Correct.
calm down. I was in my doctor's office. Here's a story for you. Last week. And
this one.
what?
I don't think I've
Okay, well, I was in there, and you come in, and then the practitioner lady comes in and asks you what medications, does the blood oxygen level, and she starts to get the blood pressure cuff out. And I'm there because my doctor is leaving, and she's a really good doctor. We work together. She doesn't want to reinvent the wheel and put me on different things, and we got a system that works, and I was pissed that she's leaving. But I have an inside source. Ryan Hines' girlfriend, wife, works at the hospital, and she filled me in the day before. So I already knew that there's a possibility that I can find her when she leaves. But I went in, and I like to talk. So I started by saying, well, I got an email, and there's 2 doctors there, and they're both like 1-star Google star people, horrible reviews.
Really?
And yeah, and one of them, the last name is Tashani. And let me tell you a story about her. I went in because my doctor at the time left, so I figured this lady's cool. Well, I went in, and she totally rubbed me the wrong way and wanted to take me off certain medications, wanted me to go to a psycho ward where the padded walls are to see if I needed to be on that medication, and I was just insulted. Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah. So long story short, I ended up coming back like the next day, and I walked through the door, and I said, I'm gonna go throw that lady through the window. So some security guard, a guy who was just a big punching bag, followed me up to the doctor's office and stood behind me, and I was ranting about it. And I ended up getting this lady, but you weren't there. But I started telling that story of how much I hate this Tashani lady. And she was like, I can't take your blood pressure. Your blood pressure's 150 over 110. That's how my blood boils that fast. She took the cuff off, and we had to do this. Zen, springtime, bunnies. I did. I had to do it. She did this. I was like, should I do that? Yeah. Yeah. When I get
Did
mad,
it work?
yeah, it's 150 over 110. It just she couldn't take my blood pressure.
Wow. What was it the next time you took it?
Normal, because we did this. I calmed down, but I like to vent. But it's not healthy. I'm finding out. When I get mad, I get high blood pressure. Oh well. Howard Weingarten, you asked about it, and when I tried, they were sold out, and wasn't sure when it would return. Pete. Okay. John Smith's. What are your thoughts on the Dave Hoff view on new shirts? I don't know. Where do I watch that at,
Yeah,
John
where do we
Smith?
see that?
Is that an interview? Is he talking about band shirts? Because he's an Inzer guy. Inzer doesn't have a band shirt.
Talking about the band shirts, yeah. It would have to be like what new shirts.
Yeah, where can I see that, John Smith?
Yeah,
I
we
like
can
to watch
check
it. I'm curious what he's got to say.
I bet he doesn't like them.
I sent him a band shirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I sent him one.
I'd be curious to see what his opinion is.
Yeah. I like to hear what he's got to say. I like his Dave Tate interview. It was very well spoken, a lot better than when we had him on our show. He was kind of...
He was still well spoken. It's just our quality was so...
Quality was horrible.
And it was later where he was at.
Okay, somebody send me the video. I'll post my email here in case nobody knows how to find me. Videos resent. Okay, Pete, we'll get them on. Don't worry.
On next week. Sorry about that.
I get a lot of videos and I don't open them until this Wednesday morning. I go through and I do them all, and I didn't see, but I did remember Pete Vario. He sent me 3, and we'll get them on. Don't worry, just resend them. Okay, where we at? Mary asked you, would you please make a couple of men's smalls for us little? Yes.
That's what I'm saying. I know. That's what I was telling him, Mary, that you should at least do a couple of the small, medium.
How many? What's a couple? 5, 6?
Maybe.
7?
5 of each. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, did you order them last time?
Yeah, smalls and
'Cause you didn't
mediums,
have
and they
any
all
more
went.
of those went quick.
Yeah.
So you might do more than.
But
There's
people,
a variety of people
in different sizes. I understand.
I mean, obviously, the crowd is going to be bigger, so you want most of those probably. But...
It was fun because I was moving them quite a bit. Video. I can send you the video later when I get back home. Thank you, One Rep. It was an interview with Dave Tate. Is it the old interview that I'm talking about? Is there a new one? I got to go watch it.
Oh. Yeah,
I'm curious what he's got to say about the band shirts, because I would assume being an Inzer, representative,
and just kind of being, old school.
Well, Paulie, whatever. What's he wear? Phenom. Yeah. You can't really be a band shirt guy, really, because John doesn't make band shirts. So he did, but they didn't really hold up or something.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. They were like falling apart at the seams or something. Wow. There was some problem. I don't know. That's what I heard.
This mastermind shirt creator couldn't make a band shirt.
Well, it's not. It's a little different. It's different material. He's got to get it from Pakistan or somewhere. So, I don't know.
Yeah, yes, that's true.
Okay. So Matt Brooks says, I think the Hoff shirt opinion was on Table Talk. He dislikes them. I figured that.
Totally.
I kind of heard that before from Tiny Meeker or something. They had a conversation, I don't know, about band shirts, and he doesn't like them. That's all right.
Well, it kind of 1,000 pounds used to be such a big deal, and ever since the band shirts, so many more people can do it. So
over 20 people now.
Takes away, some of the specialness of that thousand pound number.
That's true.
That used to be such a big deal.
That's true.
It used to be such a handful of people.
It's not easy to do an Inzer's new Phenom with the non-stretchy material. I didn't have any success with that. Band shirts is what he doesn't like. Okay.
That's what
I like to hear him talk about it.
I'm thinking most old school.
John Smith says he tried it and smoked 12 or 1,300.
Oh, wow.
Well, wow. What do you do?
And he still doesn't like it.
Still don't like it?
Didn't enjoy that.
12 or 1,300. I have to reach out to Hoff and see how he's doing.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, we didn't get to see him this time when we went to the Arnold.
Didn't see him at the Arnold either. Not sure where he was. But that was a mile a minute there. Our time was like really so fast. One Rep Max, you can do a print on demand side hustle for your shirts. I can send you a video when I get back. Okay. I just go to a local print shop here and have them do them. They did a good job before. I mean, we've washed these shirts a bunch of times, and I don't want this stuff coming off. So, and I make them black because I wear them to the gym. And anytime, if I was making them white or a different color, you do rolling dumbbells with the dumbbells, you end up getting this black stuff on your shirt, and it never comes out. So black's always, it hides blood, it hides everything but dandruff. Okay. Matt Brooks. Inzer makes a band shirt now, but I don't know if any big benchers use them. I heard he was making like a bench band, but maybe we need to go to Inzernet or Inzer.net, whatever it is, and see if he's got band shirts.
Does Titan have band shirts?
Titan, I think Pharrell and Anderson, they get merged.
Oh, really?
They're taking over the world, yeah. F8s are just very popular. I'm going to check the Inzer site out next and see what he's got on there, because Dan Logman showed me a cool bench band that he made, like a 2-ply, but I didn't know about shirts.
Did he actually have it, or he showed you a picture of it?
Picture of it. It's $98. He's going to Dan might invest in it. So curious to see what Inzer has came up with.
I know it might be different, but it seems like this mastermind shirt.
Inzer's a smart dude.
Yeah.
Introvert,
Might take a minute to figure it out.
antisocial, very serious
Does
person.
he do the creating of the shirts, or does his worker do it?
I think he does the creating, and the workers just make it on a special sewing machines that only Anthony Clark had seen. Nobody else in the world.
Like Willy Wonka's chocolate.
Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. Tiny says you walk into a blue hallway, and there's a desk and an office right here, and that's as far as you go. Yeah, it's cool. Let's see. Pete asked Jimmy about the band chat with Hoff at the WPO or whatever last year. I heard, I don't know. I want it for myself. I'm gonna go watch Dave's Table Talk, and I'm gonna listen.
Is it a new one or the original?
I don't know. I think it's original.
Watch it.
Yeah.
I watched most of the original.
Which I've surpassed his view count. Yeah, because I wanted
He's
to.
gonna be going back on now and making sure he's gonna be saying.
I wanted to get like
you
the
remember
most
what
views.
He said about our show. He wanted the longest.
Yeah.
He wants.
I had
the best at
80,000 in
everything
like
he
3
does.
weeks. Like I don't even know where it's at now. Did I break 100? Hopefully, it's cool.
Cool.
John Smith. He won't compete in any federation that allows them. That's fine. You know, he's going to stick to be true to his sponsor. You know, I'm sure John is taking care of him. Yeah. So
Yeah, you don't want to mess that.
you don't mess that up because he's getting free equipment and whatever he wants, and that's kind of nice. So you don't have to pay for it. So,
Especially 'cause
WPO,
he's full power, so he
Full
gets
power.
everything, doesn't he?
yeah, squat suit, deadlift suit, yeah.
Does he get it for free like you did?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I would
That's even
assume.
more.
I would
That's
assume
three
that
different-
Dave Hoff is a titanium, or no, what was the platinum sponsor?
Yeah.
Platinum, gold, silver, bronze. Inzer told me that on the phone one time. I was the platinum sponsor. So I'm sure that Mr. Hoff is too.
Oh, yeah.
Mary asked you, I will buy what doesn't sell or what Ashley doesn't take. Thank you. Yeah, I'll get some smalls, I'll get some medium,
That's what I
some
was talking- yeah, I
larges,
have some smalls.
but more 3Xs though, because that
That's
seems to be a
fine.
popular one.
That's fine. But you want to have some for smaller people, because there's smaller people that are fans too.
I think there are, so Matt Brooks says, I think there are more band shirt manufacturers than poly shirt manufacturers now. Well, that's because the band shirts have taken over. I said it a long time ago, this is going to be the future of the sport. And you're either up here or you're down here. This is band shirts. This is like the old school stuff. It's just because people are doing I've never.
It's so weird that like we went from like shirted benching being everything, that's what everybody did, to Raw taking over, to now you've got these band shirts that are even stronger. Like it's just,
Well, I always said it, you know, back in 07 to, you know, whatever, there was 3 people on the earth that could do 1,000. And it was an honor to be one of 3. And now you got 20 plus people that have done it. So it's awesome. It's advancing, and it's where the sport's going, and you're not going to stop it. You either get on board or get off. Find out what you're interested in doing, and I don't know, if I had an option, and I'm not a great poly lifter in these new poly shirts, but the band shirts are fun because you can move more weight. They're stretchy. I mean, on and on. That's what I was always looking for. Matt Brooks. Okay, that's John Smith. Did you get your shirts free when you used them? Yes.
you get like several a week.
Here's the thing with the shirts. John Inzer had the super stretchy original poly phenom material. The shirt would come out and the sleeves would be like dog ears. They'd fall down. I would take the sleeves and go like this. It had this much play in it, and I would say, oh yeah. So basically, like I've said before, I had the arms were super tight, various chest panels, 7, 8, 9, 3 shirts. 7 was for 1075 or 1100, 8 was for 1000 to 1050, and the 9 was for 950 opener. And once you lifted in those, 7-inch panel will go to 8.5. 8 will go to 9.5. Now it's a whole different shirt. So you wear an 8-inch and open with 1010, and once you touch in it, the next weight that will not come up again because now it's stretched 1.5 inches. And John was selling a lot of them, and I remember on the phone that people were sending the shirts back, and he wanted them to take the shirts apart and put them back together tighter. And he says, Ryan, it just costs us more money to do that, so we just send him new shirts. So what John did was change the material, and now the shirt stretches a 1/2 inch, and that's it. But I would order 4. I would train on Sunday. I would work out 4 shirts. I would give them all to my handoff guy because he had a super sewing machine at home, and he would do the Frankenstein stitch, which he would take the Phenom and fold it over this way like that, and stitch it back and forth, and use them.
Did it work?
Yep. Yeah, he had a Dacron or some type of super thread, and he would sew them and use them, so they didn't go to waste.
Yeah, that's cool.
So he would always get my shirts. I would just throw them back. One lift.
Why didn't Inzer do that then?
I don't know.
If people send it back, that's all you'd have to do.
I think it was costing him more money to send him new shirts because that's what he was telling me.
That seems like that would be more money than just when they send it back.
And the fact that I was running around the world doing 1,000 opener and 1,000 here, everybody saw it as the greatest shirt, and he made a lot of money. I don't care. I'm glad I could help him out. Yep. They were free though, yeah. So they were $380 a piece. I would order them on Sunday night. I would say, John, 7, 8, 9 shirt, and he had the pattern. Didn't need to say no more. I have them by Friday. UPS man to put a giant box on my porch, open it up, and fresh shirts. Oh, I did that week after week. If I had to pay that, I'd be broke. I wouldn't even have anything.
You couldn't have done that if you had to pay
No way.
for it.
No. So I appreciate that.
But I mean, you probably got him so much business.
Well, I was getting him business when I benched 800 in denim, because Wes Campin's ex-wife told me, because she ran the Powerlifting Superstore, which is an Inzer distributorship, and she goes, Ryan, you don't know how much money you're making John Inzer. She told me that multiple times. People call up, I want the shirt Kennelly wears. Kennelly wears, yeah. So that's cool. I'm good for sponsors until they steal my my name, my ryankennelly.com.net.org. I didn't appreciate that. I wonder if we'll ever see an unlimited type of squat suit as well. Yes. Somebody's going to put that together.
Good point. That's a very good point. I actually hadn't thought about that.
Like a 6-ply,
Well, I'm sure you could do the same thing.
Yeah, and springy.
That's, yeah, I hadn't even
With inserts. Yeah, somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not a gear manufacturer. I did try to make the Inzer Stealth one time. Inzer didn't like that because it was stealth. It was all blacked out. And I set records in it. That's after he took my website. Let's see, John Smith. I would love to have all the money back I spent on shirts when I competed. I can't imagine how much money that is, because equipment's never been like cheap. I remember when the denim came out in 96, 8, and Paul Roch got one, and I was just like, how much is that? And he was like, oh, it's 200 and something. I was like, what? I ain't got that kind of cash. I'm 17 or whatever. But he let me wear a shirt, and it kind of worked.
I believe they're three and close to $400.
I haven't bought a shirt in a long time. I did buy one from Pharrell for $500. Band shirt. Well, they send me a lot of free shirts.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I wanted a custom, and he sent me that 4-ply F8, and I offered to pay him.
Did you buy a dark side one too at Arnold?
I bought Dark Side at the Arnold. Yeah, I bought the Scorpion the newest one, gray and black. Tried that on Tuesday night too, and it didn't work well because it fit me at 340. 300, the chest panel's a little wide, so I'm skinny mini right now.
Yeah,
so
because you were really big at the Arnold when you bought it.
I was big.
You probably should have taken that in consideration when you bought it.
I should have bought the 2XL, but I wasn't thinking ahead that I was going to drop this much weight.
I wouldn't have thought about that either.
So now usually I go out to the truck, I can pick any shirt. Now I got to go out and find chest panels that are smaller. And might even have to use Jose's shirt because that was a small shirt too. I got to borrow shirts back that I've loaned people. So, Pete, Mindy is working band suits. That's what I thought. I thought Mindy had some briefs or something. I watched a video and they said Mindy briefs or something. I just kind of looked it over at it. I don't know what he's doing.
So people can start breaking their legs too.
I don't know. I don't know anything about him. Matt Brooks, were you on board with the band shirts from the get-go when they first came out, or did they have to grow on you before you liked the idea? I couldn't figure out how to work them. You got to understand, I lifted in a Phenom for many years, so I'm used to tucking in tight, pulling the sleeve down here in the back, getting that tricep support. So when I first put them on, there was a huge learning curve. And then I watch videos and I see people benching like this. I don't bench like that. These fucking arms will fall off if I bench elbows out. A lot of people do it. I can't do it.
Well, didn't Jimmy tell you just to bench it normally?
Jimmy told that's secret stuff that Jimmy told me at the pizza parlor.
Sorry.
Yeah. You
I
didn't,
know
you didn't hear that.
Sorry.
Jimmy told me what to do, and now I do it, and it works. Yeah, you keep your mouth quiet over there. That was a pizza conversation we were
I
having.
didn't know it was a secret. I mean, anybody can watch.
Well, I got to have secrets. Can't let everything out. But it took me about 1.5 years I really didn't like him because I couldn't figure him out. And I was not going to bench like this. So I wasn't having tremendous success, and then it got better. It's gotten better, and I'm figuring it out more. And with guys like BJ Dirk on my crew who are pulling the neck down, pulling the sleeve down, and making sure that when I set up, it stays where it's at. He's doing a lot of things with me that he does that I'm really enjoying, because I usually wear the neckline pretty high, sleeve up, 2 fingers here. But now we're getting down to the elbow, and I'm getting more comfortable down there. So Brad K, I heard Mindy has unlimited suits coming out sometime. I would believe that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Mindy's going to corner the market if he's already making briefs and suits. I mean, he's going to make some coin. So I don't think Mindy is lifting heavy at the moment, because we would see videos,
Yeah. Totally would.
but more power to him, I'm happy that he's doing something, keeping his mind occupied so he's not mad at me. How is Paul Roch doing? Well, I reached out to Paul. He's retired. He is happily with his girlfriend for the past 20 years. I don't know. I don't know where he's at. His plan was to retire, take his 5th wheel, and drive all across the country. I don't know if he's doing that, but I drove past his house a few weeks ago, and there was only 1 car in the driveway, and there is no 5th wheel. It looks like abandoned. It looks like he's.
So he probably is on.
I would think him and his girlfriend are probably building a house somewhere, but I can't prove that. But I got his number. We've seen him before, so I think he's doing well, enjoying retirement, and dodged that blood cancer he had. Yeah, it was scary. Yeah, but he's doing good. Like to have him on the show sometime. He agreed.
He tells great stories.
Oh, yeah. Especially the story that I forgot about the Ukraine when I think I was at whose room? I think it was Lawando's. And Mindy came down, and we were standing in Lawando's doorway, and Paul told me this story because I didn't remember it. We knocked the door off because I tried to do a 1-leg takedown on Mindy, and I pushed him into we were fighting the doorway, like trying to get each other to the ground, and we busted the door. So I don't remember that. Paul remembers it though, because he was there.
How do you not remember that?
I didn't remember that story. The Ukraine story I tell is one-dimensional. But yeah, Paul Roch is doing good. I should text him and check on him, but he doesn't text me, so I'm sure he's doing his own thing and he's happy. He doesn't lift anymore, so he's enjoying life. I would assume. But I need to check on him though.
It's been a lot of years.
His birthday's coming up June.
Is it?
Yeah, June 20 through the 29th, somewhere in there. So yeah, wish he was still around. He was a workaholic, but he showed up time and time again to lift and hand off. Didn't do too well in his last few years before he quit. He would come into the gym and just start with 315 and go to 1,000. And there was many times he would push up that 1,000 off a 2-board, and it would come down like this. And I had to reach over, and I remember my knuckles were in his mustache, right by his teeth. He was very dangerous.
When you were gone and we were training at Universe, it was Big Rob that had to hand off for him.
Yeah.
He'd load it up, and me and Big Rob would both look at each other, and Big Rob was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to row this off his face."
Yeah, Paul was kind of crazy in his last few years of training, but he enjoyed it. Howard Weingarten.
It was fun to watch though because he was so crazy.
The band shirts you need to take a real look at in this is the new ones from Overkill. I heard Tony Carlino cannot get 1,200 2-board. I looked it up. Yeah, I saw that video. It's a more aggressive material, it looks like to me. Stretchy, but kind of binds up at the bottom. So you're going to really have to dial it with neckline and sleeve placement and chest panel measurement and body weight and all that, because it seems to be a little bit more of aggressive material. And that's cool that Overkill is making them. Is Tony Carlino the only guy that has the shirt? Matt Brooks, what is the Inzer Stealth? Well, long story short, after Inzer crossed me, we took one of his phenoms and we took it apart and we went to Wes Campen knew where he got his material for his wrist wraps and suits, and it was back east in Kentucky. We reached out to them. Long story short, we found some poly blend stretchy material. Larry Bush did all this, and his wife. They took one of my phenoms, took it all apart, made measurements, got the material, brought it into the gym. It was a phenom duplicate, and we benched 700 in it, but the seams were kind of popping. Yeah, so what Overkill offered to take it and stitch it for us, but it kind of fell apart at that point. But the real Inzer Stealth was an Inzer shirt that had the logos blacked out. And the only reason I did that is because I did it to a Titan shirt at Bench for Cash 2006. I blacked out the Titan logo, so because Titan was what BJ Dirk was wearing and having tremendous success in, and Rage X was so I got me a few Titan shirts, but he saw through that and was mad at me. But Inzer Stealth really set him on end. He didn't like that at all. Because he knew I was probably copying he's a copyright infringement, whatever. Do anything to get under his skin, because you fucked me, I'm going to come get you. You're not getting over on me. And I got him back multiple ways. But now we're friends. I don't talk to him, but he sent me shirts from 2014 for a while.
Drama got us tickets to the wrestling match. And getting to meet Triple H.
Yeah, a lot of things I do do positive things for us, even though
those are
negative things.
Kind of bad things.
John Smith. I used a Karen denim. They were like 300 plus then. I remember Mendelsohn told me, or Karen Klein, I met him at the Arnold, and her husband, that somebody told me they had seatbelt material in the chest panel. I don't know if that was true. I got a Karen Klein shirt. I lifted in it. Got in trouble again from Inzer. It was an APF meet with Brent Mikesell. But I liked it. It was a cool denim. I didn't seem like it had anything in it, but somebody told me it had seatbelt material somewhere in it. I don't understand that. I did find a shirt, and I know who wore it, at the Arnold when it was 2004. They banned the triple ply phenom, and there was a shirt back there that could only fit one person. I'm not going to say who. Paul Roch picked it up, and I'm not going to say more about it, but we looked on the inside, and there was wrist wraps just sewn through the chest panel. It was a genius idea. Like, he's going to give you, because those wrist wraps stretch. But
I think it's that material's stretchier than the stuff they use for the actual shirts.
I think it was
on top of.
I think it was a Rage X something, but it had these Inzer wrist wraps sewn in them. Like, so this person did it and left the shirt there. But he's a cool dude, so I'm not gonna say nothing.
Fair enough.
I just smiled. I was like, that's ingenious. Don Stegall. I think that's why the band shirts are worth the investment. They last a long time. They sure do. They will stretch a little bit, just like anything else. I have not taken a band shirt, done a seam-to-seam narrow point measurement, and then used the shirt for 4 months and then remeasured. I'm sure they stretch a little, but they have a lot of longevity in them. I cut one of Womack's shirts open, and because the sleeve narrowed down to like this big, so I couldn't get over my forearm, so I had to take like an inch off. And by doing so, the bands inside were circular, and I was playing with them, and it was kind of cool to see how they're interwoven in there. It's very cool the way whoever's making that material it's ingenious. Yeah. John Smith, you should get Bill Crawford on. Well, let's just say that some people have had me on their show, and I said I want to talk about this, and they get me on live, and then we're bad-mouthing dead people and other lifters, and that's what led me to do this show, the positive show. So let me ponder that. We'll get back to you. Paul Loeffler, how's it going? Better late than never. Doing good, Paul. How you doing?
Good to have you.
I saw your post today about the cancer doctor. I saw that. We'll get down to that question in a bit here. Mr. Pete G. LOL. I put my handoff guy in the Karen last week. So that Karen, I'm assuming, because she passed, so you can't get Karen Klein shirts anymore, from my understanding, unless somebody else picked up the... Because I still got one from 2003. Yeah, I was always, like if this shirt works good, what about this shirt? What about a person does good in that shirt? I want to try that shirt. I knew I wasn't supposed to do that or lift raw. The day I wanted
That sucks because you could have had the all-time raw and the all-time.
the 1074 day when I was 357 and I was speeding my warm up because Scott Taylor, APA president, was there and told me to hurry up because I had to lift on the Forza on stage because I wasn't going to go lift on the bodybuilder benches. And I usually shirt up at 7, but I was like, did 6 raw and kilos. So 605 raw. And then we went 735. I just did it to a 2-bore. I took it out and it was like, I go, Paul, I got the raw record today. If I would have done that, I probably would have not done well.
But that would only boosted your your status, which would only help him.
It would have been cool. Well,
one freaking raw meat wasn't gonna hurt him.
John Inzer doesn't like the word raw. It's unequipped. Raw just makes him crap his pants.
Can you imagine how insecure he is now that raw is kind of taken over more so?
That too, and his company's downsized.
Well, it would have to, yeah. Because I mean, people aren't buying it
They got mad when I said that to the manager there. I said, I know your company's downsized.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's
No, I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure his business has never been lower because raw has never been higher.
Well, back east, there's a lot of geared lifters going on.
That's true. That's true. When we went, both times we went to the Arnold, I noticed that. That's true. That's true. But it used to be everywhere. I mean, even here, whenever we'd go to meets, I'd be the only one raw. Everybody had a shirt.
Yeah, not anymore.
And yeah, now it's there may be 1 or 2 people, maybe.
John Smith, sorry, did you answer my question earlier about the Forza gym still in business? There is a gym that's ran by Forza's son or wife. It's a general lifting facility, not like where I filmed Road to the Arnold, where they had the powerlifting area back there. So it's not really a Forza gym. What's Forza's name? I'm drawing a blank. Giorgio. Yeah, Giorgio still has a Forza company up there and a showroom, and he makes benches, and they were going to sell that. Was it the company or the name? They wanted some money for that. We were going to buy that, me and 3 people, because he was going to go out of business. He was still in business because we went up there and seen him recently. So, and he came down here and fixed one of our benches. So he's still keeping it alive. That's all I've really lifted on was Forza benches. So definitely like that. But the gym itself, the original gym that we didn't, is not there. And we went to the new one, and it's not hardcore. It's family friendly, and they said there's a powerlifting area in the back, but it's just a squat rack and just, I don't know. Not like it used to be. So Paul Loeffler, good news today from the cancer doctor. So far, treatment is working. Cancer enzymes are getting lower. Good. Paul, that's awesome news. Yes.
Keep that up. Go in that direction. We'll keep praying, keeping in our thoughts.
That is good stuff to hear.
Very nice to hear. Congratulations. That's great.
One day at a time, man. It'll get better.
For sure. Awesome.
Pete. Hell yeah. Talk about Brett some. Who's Brett? Pete, who's Brett?
Did you give the last name?
Nope.
Oh.
Talk about Brett some. I don't know Brett. So you let me know who Brett is. Howard Weingarten. I'm not sure if anyone else has one. The video from Tony is the only one that I saw. I saw that where he couldn't get it to a 2-board, but I saw him bench earlier today. I don't know if it was a band shirt, but he was doing something on Facebook. I saw it and I stopped and looked at it and I was like, maybe I'll post it. He was putting up 1,000 or something, I thought. He's learning the groove in that shirt, but Tony Carlino's a great lifter in the F8 shirt, though. I watched him do his 1080 at 265 or whatever at Tiny's meet. Like, god damn. Pretty long pause at the bottom, too. Strong man, Carlino. Don Stegall, Ryan, raw means no income for Inzer, LOL. That is true. He told me and threatened me on multiple occasions, if you do this, you're not going to be a platinum, you're not going to blah, blah, blah. But at 2000, that was 2007 or 8 when I did that. Because it was at the Life Quest. Yeah. So it was shortly after that we parted our ways with Inzer. And but there was no money for him to be made. The more I lifted in those Phenom shirts, the more ka-ching he was getting. And I had a specific cut. I designed that thing with him late at night on the phone, multiple nights, because the stitching on the neckline, he was sending it to me where they were like little V's really close together, and the neckline was just ripping. I said, John, you got to make them spaced apart like little squares. So he turned squares sideways and did that pattern, and it worked perfectly. I remember asking him, though, I was like, can I get a 4-ply Phenom? He's like, I don't have the sewing machines to go through that much material. I was asking for a 4-ply. I was like, 3's great. It's real stretchy. Give me 4.
I wonder for the band shirts, they probably have to have an even stronger sewing machine than what they have for regular.
Oh, I would assume, yeah. Well, Pharrell told me when he made my shirt on a Sunday in 4 hours, because he kept sending me pictures, the one I paid for, that it's like 1 needle per shirt, and it's done. Oh, yeah, it's so much material to pound through. Yeah. Sure. Good, cool.
Through a full shirt.
So Paul Loeffler says the cancer treatment is not what's causing me to feel sluggish. I'm borderline anemic from where I lost so much blood during surgery. I'm taking iron to get my red blood cell count back up. That'll do it. It's already open, dude.
Sorry.
Yeah, I got a lot of iron in my blood, so I do bloodletting. And I eat a lot of meat too. A little iron from that. But yeah, anemic, that's a lot of blood. What we have, 7 pints in our body? Something like that? Sure. Not very much.
I'm not sure. I can't remember. I did it one time.
Howard Weingarten. Great to hear that, Paul. Really glad to hear about that. Yeah. I should text him. I just, it's just like I go to the gym and I know people that are close to him, and I always say, hey, when's the last time you talked to Paul? Well, so-and-so talked to Paul. He's doing good. He's doing his thing and he's happy. And, I honestly think deep down inside he misses lifting because he had a real passion for it. I mean, he was at Gold's in 1997. I don't know how long he had been there before that, but did it all the way up until 2013 and 12.
10 or 11, I think.
Oh, Brent Micasell. Sorry, Pete. Brent, awesome, awesome dude. Brent. He trained in Spokane with AJ Roberts at the Forza play. No, Brent had his own place, own gym, I think. I showed up there one time. They were squatting. Brent was always a nice guy. Fun to be around. Always bigger than me, because we'd take pictures, and Brent's head was always big, and he was always bigger. And I was like, I want to be bigger. And we saw him when we went up to watch what's his face squat at the USAPL. Ray Williams in Spokane at USAPL. USA, whatever it was. Yeah, we pulled up to that event, and I'm walking to the door. Brent walks out, and I go, oh, Brent, Ryan, how you doing? Because when you go in there, Ryan, nobody's gonna know you. And I go, what?
That's not true, though, because the announcer guy, the pirate announcer guy, like most people know who he is that follow the USA Power thing. Right. He's the announcer, and he was announcing, and he stopped mid announcing to go over and get a picture with you. He knew exactly who you were.
Well, one person did. Okay, it wasn't like everybody. Oh, Benchmonster's here. No, I just walked through and talked to Todd Christensen there because I knew him, saw him, but yeah, Brent, he put on meets too. Brent put on a lot of meets. One in particular was after the Arnold in April one time. I went up to Spokane, and that's where I found out I had sleep apnea because I showed up and had this older gentleman run through some diagnostic things that I had. I'm like, I need to get a CPAP. And I think I benched 903 at 301 that day, 3 times body weight. I'd never done that. So that was kind of cool. Pete, the Phenoms do rip with the diamond. Oh, yeah. That's weird. I never ripped one. Never had one fall apart. I wonder if he just took more time and made mine more special. I don't know. Well, I think at the time he was telling me, because he had a manager there, and I don't remember his name, but they would get him and the manager, it was a guy, they were going in and they were laminating Rage X material together, like gluing it, sending it to me. I remember opening the box one time, and the glue smell just got me like wasted. It was like, oh God, it was like asphyxiating like crazy. But I'm sure the phenoms do rip. I mean, once they get a little run in them, you got to watch them because they'll continue to run. And when the neckline goes, that's scary because you come down and it just pops and the weight falls on you. And if you flinch and try to catch it, your pecs are gone. I understand that. Have I ripped a shirt once and I can't think.
No. Not
I
that
probably
I've
have.
seen, but
I
I've
don't
seen.
know.
Probably.
One rep Mex, dude, effing amazing. No line to come back to San Diego. Best day ever. Oh, that's good.
That's good. Awesome.
Not a busy day in Tijuana coming into the United States.
That's good.
Because
Glad it was fun.
Yeah.
Glad you're having a good time.
Pete says the stitch. Yeah, the diamond stitching. I never had a problem with that. I did get minor little tears, but you know, I do one lift in the shirt, so I toss it. Yeah, I would
That's
never
true.
have them on long enough to
So
see
you
what
might not
happened.
have ever ripped one 'cause
Yeah.
you didn't use them long enough to
One
give
lift
them that
shirt,
much. Yeah.
$380 for one
That
lift.
makes more sense.
And I would do 4 attempts, 950, 1,000, 75, and a shot at 11. So I had 4 shirts, and all of them would be just left to Paul. And I go home Sunday night and order 4 more. The next Sunday, order 4 more. Next Sunday, 4 more. Oh, I got a meet coming up. Need 4 more, and yeah. Oh my God, a lot of money. 1 rep. But I was thinking sewing a figure 8 by Pharrell to one of my denims. Laughing my ass off. I don't know if you can get through it with a normal sewing machine. You got to have like an industrial strength leather pounding monster to get through that material.
Being sarcastic.
Any good stories about Joe Ladinier? Hung out with him multiple times. He was a friend of a friend in Florida, and he used to train at a gym in Tampa called Suncoast back in the 80s. And he told me a lot of cool stories about what happened there. Joe was very, very subtle spoken, and saw him at the Arnold's. I saw him here, there, and always like to hear old stories about the days of old in the 80s when times were different, and you know, it was just a different time. But Joe's a good guy, and I believe he had a kidney replacement or something not too long ago, or liver, I don't know. And I hope we don't see much posts from him. Joe Ladinier, I don't know if he's on social media. A lot of people don't stay on social media very long. So,
People don't like it.
yeah. Any good stories about Joe? Joe told me good stories. And it was usually the older days. And Suncoast Gym and Tampa and what they did, how they lifted. And it was just a different time, a different intensity altogether back then, in those days. That was before steroids were class 3 narcotics. They were prescription, and they were kind of simple to get. All you need to go is tell a doctor, and you could get them. It wasn't like highly regulated like they are now. It was just, yeah. Yeah, Joe's a good guy. I hope he's doing well. I'm sure he's getting up there in age now that I think about it. I mean, so am I, though. But
Yeah.
I should get on Facebook and see if I can't find him. Reach out to him. He texted me about, last time I heard from him was on Facebook. He asked me something about lifting in the next years. And I said something wrong. I was like, well, you know, getting old, and, you know, and I said something, and he didn't reply, and I didn't hear back from him again. I think I was just being honest. I mean, you know, I was just like, hey man, that was like 3 years ago, probably. I'm getting up there in age, man. I got a lot of wear and tear, and I don't know. I have to go back and see if I can find it. But I wrote something back, and he didn't reply. I was like, okay, he didn't want to hear that. I'm sorry. Paul Loeffler. I met Brent Michelson back in 2002 at the APF Senior Nationals. Very intense guy. It took me and his wife and one other person to help pull his squat suit off. Yeah, he had a tight squat suit, that's for sure. But he knew how to use it. In fact, he was wasn't Brent the first man? Not 1100, 1200 or something. Because he went to the Arnold, and Steve Goggins did 1102, and right after the Arnold, Brent drove up to Canada somewhere and did something crazy up there that was like a world record. So they were battling that squat world record back and forth or something. Red Deer somewhere, far in Canada somewhere. And but Brent, just a manimal dude. Like I saw him train sometimes, and I just kind of sat back and watched. And when he's squatting, man, he's in his zone. And I was at that gym. I want to say it was his gym, but I don't remember. That was 2007. Yeah, Alzheimer's. Yes, I meant the collar. All right, Pete. Yeah, the collar on the shirt. Yeah, usually in the front here it starts to rip. That's one thing I look out for is when I would do a lift, I'd pick it up and I'd look, and there'd be micro tears in the front here, right here. And when those start, they get worse. Once those start ripping, they get worse. Did you grid stitch the chest panel on the Phenoms? I know Scott has. No, I told Inzer I didn't want that because it restricted the stretch. Once you grid stitch that material, the stitching won't let the shirt stretch. I wanted stretch. I wanted to get that bar down quickly and up quickly. Because he grid stitched my Rage X's one time and it fucking locked up a 2-board. I had a hell of a time. So I was like, no grid stitch, reinforced collar. He would reinforce the sleeves here with underneath with patches and stuff. He would really beef it up a little bit. So the only problem I did have was the neckline. But one lift, sometimes nothing ever happened. So. And I never saw him again. Paul would wear them, and I just didn't pay attention because he seemed to be enjoying them. Paul Loeffler. Joe Ladnier beat Jim Cash at the age of 19. He was a beast. Yeah, that's a long time in the game. Joe Ladnier's been around for a long time. And that's every time I saw him, it wasn't about anything I've ever done. It was like, Joe, talk about the old days, man. Those were the cool days. He lifted for a long time, very thick, massive dude, and just an awesome guy. Just this life takes twists and turns, and we don't lose contact with people. It's kind of weird. Especially with social media, you would think that we'd stay in touch, but
I know it should be a little.
I haven't seen a Joe Ladnier post in a while.
Probably not very active on.
Not very active, yeah. Brent did 1140 squat according to powerlifting, and I think he did that in Canada. Because he got beat by Goggins in 2004. And I remember when we came home, like April, he drove to way up in Canada. And I saw it on Powerlifting Watch or whatever we had back then. And I saw him do the squat. And I was like, whoa, that record just switched hands. And I don't know what he ended up doing. Did he end up doing 1,200 or anything? I don't remember. I just remember seeing Steve Goggins squat that 1102.
Oh, you were there for that?
I was there. I was standing up in the aisleway, like 30 yards away, and when Goggins went down and leaned forward as he did, I was like, this guy's going to get crushed at the bottom. Got to the bottom. It looked like his eyeballs were coming out of his head, and then he just raises it up like this. And I was jumping up and down because I'd met him, and he trained at Kara's gym and whatever. So tried to track him down when I was in Dallas too, because he lived in Denton, Texas. I wanted to go train with him squat. But the 1102, a very impressive lift. Never forget it. It was one of the most impressive lifts I've seen. Still watch it sometimes on YouTube because it brings back memories of the days of old.
Good old days.
2004. Where has time gone?
Right now.
Is that 10 years or 20? That's a lot of years.
20.
Fuck.
It'll be 2024 next year.
Just trying to stay in the game, folks. Yeah, doing the best I can. What's up next week? Well, we got to get some more videos or a guest. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we should get guests. We need to get Laura Phelps. She said she'd do it.
That's true. It's got to reach out to him Saturday. Set it up for Monday. Well, everybody, it's Thursday night, and
Let's keep doing.
One rep's back in the USA. Now he's got a 30-minute drive home, then food and sleep. Get it done, one rep.
Plan. Sounds like a plan.
Great lifting, one rep. Love your videos. That's his top number. My old coach, Bob Packer, judged him a couple times. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I never knew how far Brent went after the going over 1100. It just, I don't know if he competed after that. I mean, that's when I was kind of getting into my phase of prime lifting. 2005, 6, and then, of course, 7. Unleash the Beast.
And
8. Oh, 8.
8 was the big world record, 1075.
Was it 8?
Yeah, that's the year we met.
2008?
It was November. of
1075 at 305? Yeah.
November 2008.
When I did the cut and then the IV bags and pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Had a registered nurse do that. Yep, that was a good meet. Where's time gone?
Crazy. So crazy.
Not getting any
I don't know
younger.
where that was. I can't-
Look at this shit. I got to wear glasses. Did I have to wear these back in the day? No, but I can't
Yeah,
see anything.
I know.
It's blurry. I've been wearing these all day because I've been on the computer. It's horrible. I forgot to mention to my doctor what John Elix told me. He has some drops
yeah.
he puts in his eye, and he doesn't have to wear readers for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
I forgot that. Oh well.
Yeah. It's probably super expensive.
I don't want to wear these 99-cent store Chester molester glasses things here. I look like a geek. Nobody's gonna take me serious. Oh, I bench press. Oh, uranium-238 space modulator. That's all I say. That's what goes on Bugs Bunny. All right, guys. Hey, next week, please come back and join us. Have a great weekend. Stay out of the heat. Stay hydrated. Stay safe. Love one another. Don't burn the house down.
Have a great Friday tomorrow. We made it. We almost made it through the week. We're almost at the weekend. Have a great, safe weekend. Have a great start to your week next week, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
And always send me videos, please. It makes my job a lot easier. I love you guys, and
the show.
you guys make the show. It's not us. Nobody cares about me no more. I'm a has-been. I got nothing.
But they definitely.
I got a few abs, but that's all I got. All right, people. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a great night. Thank you for joining us.